Hi, I'm Phil Hoffman, and welcome to Wstr. Today we're going to kick things off with an interview I got to have one-on-one with Vice Principal Mr. Riggs. This was a huge honor. It was awesome. We got to talk about a few things, and we're going to send that your way. And welcome to WSTR. I'm Phil. Today we have Vice Principal Mr. Riggs. How's it going, Mr. Riggs?
Very good. How are you?
Good. I'm looking so forward to this interview. It's your first year here, so we don't know a ton about you. So I guess the first question I would have for you is kind of what kind of prior experience have you had? What are you kind of bringing to Centennial this first year?
Yeah, before coming to Centennial, I was an administrator at Northland and Eastmore Academy. So I worked with sophomores, juniors, and seniors at Eastmore, and then sophomores at Northland. So I'm excited to be here at Centennial, work with the juniors and seniors. And then before that, I taught across the river at another school that I'm not supposed to talk about apparently around here. So yeah, taught over there, and then went into administration. So
that's awesome. That's good to hear. One of the things I really wanted to talk to you about day one was the traffic system. Cars were going through like they were supposed to. Buses were getting through like they were supposed to, going in the lanes they were supposed to. It was the smoothest traffic transition, I guess you could say, at Centennial. And that was you bringing that home. So what was that, just kind of a spontaneous decision or something you had already done at previous schools?
Yeah, well, this was different because at all my other schools, pick-up and drop-off is just right on the street. Okay. So there wasn't actually a parking lot to drive buses into or anything like that. But when I got here in the summer, Miss Porta was talking about all the problems with traffic, cars stopping in the middle of the driveway, everything getting backed up. So we just kind of sat down and we're looking at this picture of the school from like up top, and we just kind of came up with this traffic pattern we thought would work and figured we'd give it a shot, and it worked. So hopefully it keeps going smooth.
Keeps going, exactly. How's the students, working with the students, administration? Yeah. How's that connection, I guess? So
far it's been really great. Everybody's been really helpful and kind of given me some freedom to mess up, because I'm sure I will. But I was really excited to come here. I knew Miss Porta before I got here through some mutual friends. So when she called and said, "Would you be interested in coming to Centennial?" I was like, absolutely. But everybody has been great. Kids, this is the first time I haven't had to go out in the hall and start screaming at people to get to class. So that's been a positive.
I bet that's nice for you,
yes,
too.
It's very nice.
I guess my kind of last big question for you is, what are you planning on bringing to Centennial? Is there an event, something new, qualities? Like, what do you want to bring to Centennial?
Yeah. One of the things I want to bring is consistency. I know that there's been a couple different administrators coming through over the last couple of years. So definitely consistency. I want to bring kind of just visibility. My big thing is I want to be part of Centennial. Okay. I'm not just here as a job.
Yeah.
So this is part of what I do, part of my family. So you're going to see my wife and my kids around, and they're going to be at things. So we're just really excited about being here. I grew up on the north side of Columbus, so to be over in this area again is just really exciting. So. Just really being part of the Centennial community. And then the other thing I want to do, especially for the senior class, is I think it's important that we have some different senior events, different things that are just for the senior class. Yeah. Because senior year is an important year, not just because you're graduating high school, not just because you're getting ready to move on to the next part of your life, but because the time you spend over the next 175 days that we have, some of these are going to be the last times you see people or have relationships with these people, because life changes. So just really making the most out of that and having some fun. So
yeah, as a senior, that sounds really appealing.
That's what I'm excited about. So hopefully we can get that done.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so
much,
Mr.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
that interview. And now to Sam Benson with the football news.
Welcome to the Football Report. I'm your host, Sam Benson. Now today we're going to be discussing various topics: the read option, and our opponent next week, West High School. The read option is a key part in Centennial's offense. Notice how quarterback Craig Burt fakes the handoff to the running back and runs around the tackle to the left for a nice gain. Now on this play, our Centennial Stars line up in the same read option formation. Quarterback Craig Burt hands the ball off to running back Lucien Davis. The two inside slot receivers create a pin down in order to block Grandview's safety. This pin down block allows Lucien to cut across the inside and pick up a nice gain. Following a tough loss against a really good Grandview Heights team, our Stars hope to bounce back against this week's opponent, West High School. Our read option hopes to exploit West High School's inexperience in the secondary. Our Stars are currently in Division III, Region 11. West High School is currently in Division II, Region 7. A win against West High School would definitely improve our chances into making it into the state playoffs.
Now we're going to headline with more sports with Dwayne Scott on the soccer field.
We're here at the Gordon Dam, and what we're going to do is demonstrate from the very top the effect of spin on a ball. So we're going to get a basketball and drop it from 140 metres up, one without spin and one with spin, and see what happens. Alright, you guys, good down the middle. Get down here, thank you, we're watching. Ready? Yeah, so it's crazy, just dropping it with no spin or anything like that, and as you could see, the ball was sort of doing a sway thing, so it wasn't going directly straight. It was pretty hard to predict for a response. That's really cool. Ready? Whoa, look at that go! Are you ready to get back in the water, dude? This is Brett who just threw it. I literally just dropped it with a bit of spin, like I didn't even throw it, and it just took off. Like we had no idea that was going to do that. But yes, in the water, please. So that was a pretty amazing experiment with some really interesting results. So the first one that we had no spin on, it dropped straight down with some lateral movement, quite a lot of lateral movement, as you would have seen. But it didn't actually go forward at all, so it was almost, fell directly below where it was dropped, which is what you would expect. But the one where we added the backspin, it went perfectly straight, but it really took off as it gained speed, and it went, close to 70 meters, I'd say, from the point at which we threw it, so 70 meters horizontally. So that was incredible. And as you can imagine, when you're doing a trick shot, all it does is highlight the complicated nature of the spin of the ball and how far it goes. If you put slightly less spin, it's going to go way shorter. If you add more, obviously it will go further. If you throw it without spin, then it's just going to fall straight down. Very interesting. We learned a lot. We were really impressed with the results, and we hope you were too. Our good mate Derek from Veritasium has done a really cool video which explains why the ball went so far with the back.
Hey Stars, I'm Dwayne Scott, alongside my teammate Jabbar Ibrahim and Chris Darlington. We are part of the boys soccer varsity team, and we're going to show you about this new sensation called the Magnus effect and how it is used in soccer. Most notably, the way how we shoot the ball exactly. So there's two types of the way Magnus effect affects the soccer ball when you shoot the ball. There's one thing called bending the ball, which you might have heard from bending like Beckham. When the ball has a rotation exactly like this, which allows the ball to go all the way to the left or to the right side. Now, my teammates Jabbar and Chris and I are going to show you exactly how this works. All right, guys, I'm about to demonstrate exactly how you bend the ball. But first, the ball. Once I kick the ball, you're going to see the ball have kind of a rotation exactly like this. So be on the lookout like how this works. I don't think that's good, but...
And now we're going to play you an interview with the Centennial Marching Band's one of the most important players on the field. He leads the band every Friday night, and here is the interview I got to take with Christian Gonzalez. And welcome back. I'm Phil Hoffman, WSTR. Today we have an interview with Christian Gonzalez. You are the kind of band leader, the feature, I don't know, the, what do you call it? Drum major, exactly, yeah. The drum major for Centennial's band that I happen to be in too. This is your second year doing that.
Yeah.
So what is that like for people who aren't in band or aren't on the field on football Friday nights? What is that like? What kind of responsibility is that like for you?
Well, honestly, I am the field director of the band. When Mr. Leach isn't there, I'm the one that assumes responsibility of the entire band. And I know a lot of people just say, oh, you sit there and you twirl, but honestly, it's more of a position than that. You are the student leader, you are the face of the band.
It's a very leadership-based position. I'm guessing a lot is behind closed doors as well, learning drills and how to lead the band in certain ways. Less flashy sometimes, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. What kind of got you interested in that idea of getting in front of the band and doing some twirling?
I remember watching Northland's drum majors, Ivan and Nathan. I was like, that kind of looks cool. I kind of want to try that. And then I talked to Mr. Leach about it. And he's like, hey, dude, like it's more than just twirling. It's kind of like this leadership position you have to fulfill as well. If you show me that you can do that within the band, then I will let you twirl. So I worked on my twirling from freshman year and sophomore year, and just took classes down at OSU with the OSU drum major himself, David Pettit, and I got the position the next year, and yeah.
That's awesome. Not a lot of twirlers probably get to do that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I believe we were talking earlier that you got the opportunity to do a leadership camp over the summer. Is that true? Or was that last summer?
I did not attend the camp.
Okay.
Because of scheduling conflicts. I did have I was out of town for that, so wasn't able to attend.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's one of the coolest things I think with our band is we do take leadership seriously. It's less of a club, more of really a family with marching band. But thanks, Christian, for joining me for this interview, and we'll see. Up next on WSTR, we have Juliana Lorenzoni with the App of the Week.
Centennial. I'm here to talk with you about the app of the week. It's called Fit the Fat 2, and basically on this game, it's like this guy, and he starts off like really big. He's like 500 something pounds, and your goal is basically to try and help him lose weight. And it's like you have to make healthy choices like how you would like in real life. Like you have to choose like the right foods and stuff like that, or you gain some more weight. You have to have like a normal sleeping schedule, which we all don't have. And then like you can hook it up to your health app. And once you do that, like once you work out like in real life and log it into your health app, it'll help him lose weight too. And so it'll really help you like see the results instead of just like working out in real life and like not noticing any results. Right here, I'm doing jumping jacks. Basically, what you're trying to do is work him out even more until he loses all of his like stamina, which is like the purple box. And then I give him a little high five, get some extra coins so I can buy some more healthy food. Right here, I am boxing, just hitting these tires to lose more weight. So basically, it's a really motivational app, and I would definitely recommend it if you're trying to lose weight. Here, I am clicking on the bed, and so I can get more stamina or more energy, I just lay in bed. And that's all. This was Jules, and make sure to tune in next time for the app of the week.